Hey everyone, I'm Blue. Welcome back to some more Blitz here on Talishar. So we're back to Benji after an unbelievable second final act win with Melody, right? So this is definitely a decent deck to wind down, going for some more normal things rather than banking it all on drawing everything correctly for final acts. I have swapped up the deck a little bit. I'm leaning a bit more into Benji's ability, so we've cut out some of the cards that were over that 2 damage range, because a big thing, right, that I have to wrap my hand around is the sequencing, to make sure that we do get our Crouching Tigers, but not only that, to make sure that we get, 3 attacks on board to generally soak up your opponent's equipment, and that way all the other attacks can hit, and then we can, trigger stuff like Spring Tidings or any of the other on-hit effects. So I really need to be using cards to eat that up, right? And we can apply that sort of pressure through the Mask Momentum as well. But I might end up getting rid of Blood Scent and the Pouncing Paws. Pouncing Paws are okay, but I think there are some better options, right? And then we're using the Zephyr Needle over the Kodachi. As long as we get, I think it's +2. Generally, they can't be broken. Something like that. That's about the go. So I have stuck in Knives Out, get them to +3. Stab Wound, it's at worst, it's a 0 for 2, so add it to the end of the chain. At best, it's a 0 for 2 with 2 extra damage. It's decent as well. What else? Brandish, that's the other one, right? Because it was Go Again, it's under that 2, and it buffs our weapon, right? To again, try and put them outside the threshold of being destroyed. But I don't think we actually want to pitch that much, right? So Zephyr Needle being 1 cost is not that great. Anyway, we'll wait for an opponent, and then we'll give it a go. Well, that wasn't too long. Do we want to go first or second? Ooh, I think we want to go first. No, I feel like we want to go second so we can defend and then still get cards into our hand, right? Because if we go first, we just go, they defend, they chuck everything away because they're going to fully redraw anyway, so we don't actually get the benefit of applying pressure with Benji. This is probably a bad matchup just because of the amount of damage they can actually push, right? When you discard a random card with 6 or more, if you do reveal the top card of your deck, if it has 6 or more, draw a card, go again. Yikes. They're floating 2 into Blood Rush Bellow, into what? Just massive damage? Yeah, so many things going on. +2, draw 2, resources, 5, that's a high roll, right? Scab Skins, action points. Are we just, is it over in the first turn? What yeah, no, this is way too much information for me at this point. All that for a 9? But they have the action points floating, so that's fine. I mean, we just ditch cards, right? We just soak up damage. They're going to make us most likely discard anyway with more Intimidate. They just soak up the damage. These have Go Again, right? Because they've got 6 or more. Yeah, it's just so much damage. And all we can block with is these 2. We can soak up a little bit of damage, but unless we pop off next turn, that's pretty much game, right? Because they put out absurd amounts of damage. Beast Within, otherwise. So they have great ways to generate action points and resources. But aside from that, do they have huge damage? Sorry, not huge damage. Do they have huge draw? Right? I mean, that was still pretty insane. Pressuring 20-something damage straight from the get-go. Okay, so what do we have? We have Roar the Tiger. Crouching Tigers you control get +1 this turn, so that's a good start. Deadly Duo, we have Flex Claw as well. They only have Skull Crushers, Scaling Flesh Bag, and the Scab Skins. Although most likely they don't want to block with the Flesh Bag, though they probably would. So I think we do... What do we do? How do we soak this up? Problem is we don't have our draw. God, if Spring Tidings had combo on it, that would really help. Right, so we can go into a Crouching Tiger. The first one. A block, good. You can create a second one. Play the second one. A block with Scab Skins, most likely. Done. We want Flex Claws to hit. Is there anything we can draw off with combo that would actually matter? I don't think so. Proc that. play... It has to be 0 cost, so we can't actually use that. Yeah, Wander with Purpose is dead. Okay, so we're playing Deadly Duo. Pass. We haven't gotten the buff though on the weapons at all, so they're just going to break them anyway with anything from hand. Plus they intimidated the flex claws away. I mean, what can we do other than just swing? Obviously we're going to find another game because this is just over. So that's one needle gone. What? Dealt 2 damage. It's discarded, deal 2 damage to an attacking hero. Oh, okay. Fun. We'll find another game. Right, next game up is Maxx. It's also pretty much a better tempo deck than us, just because they can push more damage through boosts than we can with our attacks. I'm missing the way to string cards together properly, right? Because we want this to proc, we want that to proc, but also getting this to proc is, you know, somewhat easy to interrupt because of the 3rd or higher chain link in a row to hit. 3rd or higher, so it has to be 3rd or higher. No. Is that separate? Is the wording on that separate, right? It has to be the 3rd chain link or higher, and it has to be the 2nd card to hit in a row, right? It has to be in a row, but it has to be 3rd and higher. Or does it have to be, again, 3 cards in a row have to all hit, right? Because that seems a bit... Oh, God. Yeah. Okay. How much do you want to bet we don't get a turn? Well, we get a turn, but then they're just going to do everything on our turn. Fun. Fun way to start, right? I mean, they can block with the Tunic, they can block with... Not really much. If we got Spring Tidings, this would be fantastic, but we don't have Spring Tidings, right? And we don't even have a way to buff the Crouching Tigers. So this whole hand is not that great. Like, it's decent, but we're short. So I really need to just get rid of the Zephyr Needles. I mean, the 100 wins to chain together anyway are okay. They're not fantastic, but they're okay. See if they block with a card. Or if they just pop off with instant stuff. Which is probably the general go, right? Defensive Step. That's instant. So now they get instant, then I get a reaction. Yeah. It's fine, we just want to get it out of our hand. And make sure it's not destroyed. I don't go for the second one, right, because it'll probably end up getting destroyed. Though we do have the one floating. And it's not super impactful to the combo. Though it adds the chain links. So I guess it is kind of impactful. I definitely want to keep Predatory Strikes. All I need is a Growl or something into it. We play 100 wins. I mean, it doesn't matter if we burn their hand, because they're just going to draw back anyway. So I'm going to keep the Needle, just for the chain links in the next round, if we survive that long. And we just Arsenal Predatory Strikes, I think. And then we hope we draw into Spring Tidings. No, but we've got Tiger Swipes. That's actually decent. Right, was the last. And Comet Chain says +2. Go again, and when this hits, create X. Your banish zone where X is the number of Crouching Tigers you control. Okay, so this is also another card that I don't quite understand. When it says control, does that mean they have to be on the chain link? Or, plus we have no way to actually activate them, right, to actually get the damage. Or does that mean in hand? Surely it's on the chain link. Yeah, so we're just missing a way to actually buff the Crouching Tigers so they don't do 0. Is Crouching Tiger FaB a thing, right? Just transitioning between Crouching Tiger and Phoenix Flame. So they didn't get lucky draws, which is good. But we also are not really lucky, right? We can sort of pop off, right? I can get Crouching Tiger as a second attack. That's one thing. So that will get us to God and playing around the Tiger Strike, because you want this and this to proc separately. When attack action any attack action hits, the next one gets +1, and then this is the second attack action with 2 or less. But we don't have anything with 2 or more to separate the two, which is the issue. And then if I do Deadly Duo, that's also worse. So I think either way we open with Predatory Strikes, right? This is instant, so it can not break the chain. Right, we get our 3 Crouching Tigers. They're all 0 though, because we don't growl. We're missing a little bit of buff and a little bit of draw. But yeah, they're popping off anyway, so we're probably not going to get the combo, right? They're going to find what they want. They might end up with bad, but that's draw / just a boost to arcane damage. They're probably going with, you choose 2. Yeah. They separate it. They chose draw a card twice, interesting. So they are just searching. Instants of fun. Okay, so we haven't done anything. I'm going to activate the Pouncing Paws anyway, even though it's probably overkill. Then we want to go 100 wins first, right? Because it has go again, 0, we need to start eating up their equipment. 100 wins. If it hits, that procs Benji's. We don't want it to hit though. Unless you play each turn, yeah, because now... Okay, so now Crouching Tiger will benefit from Tiger Strike, right? But not from Benji. Yes, good. Okay, we're learning. That's 1. Now, because that's hit, the next Crouching Tiger already has a buff. They don't have to be last. We only need 1 to be last. Okay, so we Crouching Tiger off of Benji's ability. That gets us 1 extra damage. Pass. They haven't used the Skull Cap either, which is worrisome. Now, we don't have a way to buff them, so what we want to do is Deadly Duo, most likely. And we're not worrying about the Flex Claws. So we activate Blood Scent to get our 1 resource. We then do Deadly Duo. They have to block this one so it interrupts the Mask of Momentum chain. But they didn't. So we get the 1. We got Salt the Wound. That is a good finisher, right? Because I'm pretty sure we can just do Crouching Tiger, and not worry. Pass. Does it have to have hit? No. So it just has to be on the chain. Okay, so then we can do Zephyr Needle. We pitch Flex Claws, because Salt the Wound is our end. They should block it and destroy it. They don't. Then we do the other Zephyr Needle. And this is just each attack that is hit. Blocking, that's fine. Then we do Crouching Tiger for 0. But it's still on the chain link. Right, that works. Please turn yellow. Yes, then we do Tiger Swipe. As for go again. God, if we had Growl, this whole sequence would be a little bit better. Are they going to block with the Skull Cap yet? Right, how much is this going to do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's only 7, so it's not significant enough. Unfortunately. And then Salt the Wound. Yeah, so if we had Growl or some way to buff up more, I need to look through the Crouching Tiger cards. Yeah, so we're just shy, but I understand the sequence so much better now, right? Because that was the perfect sequence for us, which is good. That's what we want. Now it's just whether or not they pop off for 12. Otherwise, we just pressure damage. Yeah. Okay, so the Tigers do help, but we don't need both of them. So we do 1. They're looking for cards. Please fizzle out. I don't think they're going to fizzle out. Now that's 4 right there, plus that. Okay, but that was a funner experience for me, right, than normal with Kano. How much? It's at least 4, that's 5. I probably missed some procs. Well, that's 7 at least, right? Because they banish the card and they play it? Yeah. Yeah. So I'm curious. Damage down 12. But it does seem like they're a lot slower than the normal Kanos I've come up against. But again, unless you run Arcane Barrier, right, there's nothing to do. And I feel like, yeah, that's a cool concept, but it is so restrictive when a lot of different gear is sort of dependent to your strategy, right? Because they're already not having... Sorry, let me rephrase. They're already forcing you to take something to work defensively while not having any negative repercussions for themselves, right? They don't have to prioritize X equipment. So you now don't have the benefit of equipment, meaning that your deck is now weaker than their deck, right? Does that make sense? Anyway, still, nonetheless, we are learning, right? I need to look through Crouching Tiger and see if there's a better way. Because again, if we just had that, like, one growl, because growl is 1 damage to all Crouching Tigers, would be great. Is there any other consistent way to... I guess Art of War is the other way, right? Art of War would buff all of them, which I think we had and I took out. So maybe Art of War is the other play, so that we have 6 cards, because there's 4 growls. So yeah, at least 6 cards to draw into and use. Anyway, food for thought. We'll leave it there. Hope you enjoyed. See ya.